So now we're going to introduce the baby-faced assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera. Barrera began his career in 1989 against David Felix, who he knocked out in 2 rounds. He went on a knockout spree until he faced up for the vacant Mexico super flyweight title against Josefino Suarez, who he won by unanimous decision. He went on to fight for a number of different titles. He then met up with Eddie Cook in 1994, who gave him his first challenging test. He knocked down Eddie Cook in the first round. Then Eddie Cook came back to almost knock him out before he caught Eddie Cook with a left hook that knocked him out in the 8th round. He finally got a title shot at the WBO World Super Bantamweight title, held by the then skilled and slick Puerto Rican boxer Daniel Jimenez. Marco Antonio Barrera is the boxer in the white, the red, and the green trunks, and Jimenez is in the black. His nickname, the Cobra. He specialized in hitting but not getting hit. But in this fight, Barrera shows that he can get hit. The Cobra seemed not to be able to figure out a way to win any round against the babyface assassin. Barrera sized up everything with the jab. He could brawl, he could box, he could fight on the inside, and he could also fight on the outside. He could also fight off the back foot or on the front foot. In this fight against Daniel Jimenez, he had gotten headbutt, possibly intentionally or unintentionally, but his sheer aggression was what made Marco Antonio Barrera fun to watch. In true Mexican style, he would come at you relentlessly. In the end, he won this match by unanimous decision. After beating Daniel Jimenez and winning the WBO World Super Bantamweight title, he went on to defend the title against Agapito Sanchez, October 22nd, 1995. Here is the final minute of the first round. After being hit with low blows, Barrera came back in the fight. This was the 3rd time Sanchez had hit Barrera low, so he was fined 1 point for low blows. Barrera was known for his body work, hard lefts to the body and hard rights to the body. After Agapito Sanchez, the babyface assassin came face to face with a slick black boxer in Junior Jones, November 22nd, 1996. Here is the final minute of the 5th round of that bout between Junior Jones and Marco Antonio Barrera. He had just complained of Jones cutting him over his eye with a headbutt. The fight was rather dirty. Barrera was doing great body work. Jones worked off his jab, and when on the inside, he would hold. With 26 seconds to go, Barrera got caught flush with a right hook. The bell rang and the corner jumped into the ring, but the referee disqualified the corner for jumping into the ring, so Junior Jones won the match. On the fight ending in such a controversial decision, a rematch was in order, and so Marco Antonio Barrera rematched Junior Jones. However, he still lost the fight by unanimous decision. He went on to regain the WBO Super Bantamweight title from Richie Wenton when Junior Jones vacated the title to move up in weight. He went on to defend his title successfully 2 other times, and then he faced Erik Morales in a unification bout for the WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight Championships. Here is the final minute of the first round of Erik Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera, which would set up for a beautiful trilogy later on. The taller Morales was long, gangly, used his range to get in on Barrera. Barrera used his smarts to get in on Morales. Barrera would slip the long jab of Morales and then get on the inside and land punches to Morales' body. While there was some skill played in, these two guys loved to also bang. Erik Morales won that fight by split decision. On his loss to Erik Morales, he was able to regain his title from Luis Claudio Freitas. He went on to successfully defend his title 2 more times. Then he moved up in weight to featherweight and got his opportunity to fight Prince Naseem Hamed for the vacant IBO World Featherweight title. The fight was not competitive at all. Barrera, with his well-schooled technique, was able to easily outbox and beat Naseem Hamed, knocking him down several times in the fight. Having beaten Naseem Hamed, he went on to set his sights at the second in the trilogy against Erik Morales. On avenging his loss, he went up against Johnny Tapia, a skilled 5-time world champion. Here, Erik Morales actually fights on the back foot, boxing and moving, to keep Tapia from planting his feet and attacking him. Having beaten Johnny Tapia, he set his sights on Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly was an experienced, slick southpaw. The fight was all but done after the second knockdown of Kevin Kelly. Having defeated Kevin Kelly, Marco Antonio Barrera set his sights on Manny Pacquiao, November 15th, 2003. Like Kevin Kelly, Manny Pacquiao was a southpaw. But unlike Kevin Kelly, Pacquiao was a southpaw Barrera hadn't seen. Nonetheless, Barrera was a game opponent. Varying range and distance, Barrera realized that Manny Pacquiao was not as easy a target as other boxers he had faced. Mercilessly landing shots on Barrera, Pacquiao kept on the onslaught, beating up Barrera very badly. Although knocked out in the 11th round, Marco Antonio Barrera went on to fight Paulie Ayala, knocking him out in the 10th. Then he defeated Eric Morales yet a second time. After that, he faced Juan Manuel Marquez at super featherweight and rematched Manny Pacquiao, losing by unanimous decision. He went on later on in the higher weight divisions to face Amir Khan. The babyface assassin had 75 fights, won 67 of them, knocking out 44 of his opponents. He remained one of the most dominant super bantamweights in the world. You guys have a great one.